Hi everyone, my name is Angie Tiwari. Welcome back and thank you so much for joining. Today is day one where we're going to journey through the chakra system, and we start with Muladhara chakra, our root energy center. So to give you a bit of a breakdown as to what we're going to be going through today, we're going to be going through what the chakra is, where it is in the body, so you know exactly where it is, you can feel into it. Going to go through a bit of a meditation, some breathing, some visualization, and a little bit of philosophy as well. So hopefully that can all link in together and give you a fuller picture of what this chakra is, so that in your everyday life, you're able to kind of check in with it a bit more regularly. Just how we check in with our breath, you can also check into how you're feeling on a more energetic level. So the word chakra means wheel. It's pronounced chakra as opposed to chakra. So shak is chak, and the r is the same. It's a little bit more of a rolling of a r. So chakra, 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 chakra. And we're focusing on the root. So let's get started. Let's just take a moment. Let's come into a seated position. Place the hands on top of the thighs, turn the palms up and close down your eyes. Just taking a moment, as always, before we get fully into it, to just connect in and ask yourself where you're at right now and how you're feeling today. Taking a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through the mouth, let go, through the nose, out through the mouth, one more, exhale. Good, bring the hands into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, center of the chest. Thumb is touching just in front of your heart, elbows out to the side. Pressing the two palms into one another, feel the connection of the left side of the body and the right side of the body in connection. Joining yourself, uniting the practice of yoga, to unite to yoga. And we'll chant Om together. Take an inhale. Om. Feeling the vibrations of the mantra through the body, relaxing the hands down, resting them back in your lap. Seeing if there's a difference now with how you feel after doing the mantra compared to how you felt before. Maybe just a subtle difference, but just tuning into it. Staying with your breath. Watching the inhale and the exhale. Almost like a wave. As the wave comes into the shore, you're inhaling. As the wave moves away from the shore, you're exhaling. So we're just allowing yourself to be still for a few moments. And often when we're still, it's within that stillness that things start to arise that perhaps have been bubbling away under the surface for a really long time, but we just haven't really given them the time of the day. We've maybe pushed them down. So just allow them to come to the surface, whatever it might be. Keeping the eyes closed. This plays really nicely into what Muladhara chakra, our root energy center, actually is all about. It's about grounding into the earth, yes, but it's also about unearthing. Letting things come up from the surface, rise up from the ground. And if you like, you can place one hand on the very lower part of the belly, on your groin, and the other hand onto the back, the lower part of the spine. If that doesn't feel okay for you, you can keep the hands in your lap. That's completely fine. If you've got your hands on this area, really feeling into this area, and asking yourself, how safe do I feel? How stable do I feel? trying not to add any colour or add judgment or add chatter to the story, or whatever the answer is, but just being aware without a sense of judgment as to how you're feeling when we think about the topics of stability and safety. And see if you can really connect with the ground underneath you. So see if you can really bring into awareness the point of the body, or the various points of the body that are in contact with the ground underneath you right now. To help you feel more connected with Prithvi, the earth, one of the Pancha Mahabhutani, the 5 great elements. Still breathing, staying connected with your breath, but also staying connected with this intention. The focus on why we're here. I'm going to come into a visualization. Visualizing the colour red. That's the colour that's associated with this energy centre. And as you visualise the colour red, I'm going to go through this short reading from Living with the Himalayan Masters by Swami Rama. Now this chapter that I'm going to be reading, it's actually got nothing to do with, or it doesn't specifically call out this chakra. However, I think it links really nicely to it. So hopefully you'll find some significance here. But the chapter is called Loneliness, and it says, "I am never lonely. A lonely person is one who is not aware of the complete fullness within. When you become dependent on something outside without having awareness of the reality within you, then you will indeed be lonely. The whole search for enlightenment is to seek within, to become aware that you are complete in yourself. You are perfect. You don't need any externals. No matter what happens in any situation, you need never be lonely." So just having a little think about how that resonated with you, still with the eyes closed, still perhaps visualizing that colour red on top of this lower part of the body. How can you connect not only with the roots underneath you, but within the roots of yourself, within your own roots? How can we acknowledge that sense of safety, that sense of grounding through unearthing things that we haven't looked at in our life, that we've pushed to one side, which can bring up thoughts of fear, which again make us feel unstable. So we might be pushing them down still. But I want you to just put fear to one side and allow yourself, giving yourself permission that you're in a safe space here to allow anything to come up, any emotions. Being aware of the state of your mind right now. Take a huge breath in and a big breath out. Knowing that you're perfect exactly where you are, you're exactly where you need to be in your life right now. It all lies within you, and it starts here, this root, rooting you down, the very first chakra, so a really important one for us to tune into. When we start journeying through the chakras, we want to make sure the first is in line and in balance before we move on to the others. And when you're ready, slowly fluttering the eyes open, taking some time, gentle wriggles through the body, maybe taking some twists, but just generally bringing yourself back to the room. There's no need to rush. So I really hope you enjoyed that practice, a short meditation, some breathing techniques, some visualization, and focusing on one of the seven, the first of the seven chakras, Muladhara chakra, root energy center, with a little reading from Swami Rama's book, Living with the Himalayan Masters. Thank you so much for being here, and feel free to come back and play this video at any point when you just feel you need to get back into balance, when you are feeling a little bit scared, when you do feel like you want a bit more grounding. Come back, hopefully this does help, and I look forward to seeing you in our next class.